Tron Ares is what happens when you take too long to make a sequel. Hi, I'm author R.L. Raintree, and this is Reels and Reads, honest reviews, occasional spoilers. So, this film took place far too long after the second film. So long so that I think that they forgot what they told us already. I mean, quite frankly, I really did want to see Killian Murphy come back, but instead we got Evan Peters, which he's another great actor. In fact, he's one of the main reasons why I didn't give this film a 1 star. But it seems like they forgot all of the other canon that they gave us. For example, we already know that these, I guess we'll say machines, have feelings. We already know that they have the ability of becoming aware pretty much out of nowhere. I mean, a lot of what we covered in this film, we already figured out with Tron Legacy. So it's like they forgot what they told us, or perhaps they were trying to reboot it and go in another direction. I did hear there was some discourse between the filmmakers and Disney, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. I will say that the best part of this film was Evan Peters, Gillian Anderson, and Jodie Turner Smith. I think we need more black female villains because she was the only reason I didn't turn this film off. Now, I expect the best from Gillian, I expect the best from Evan, and I did get that. But Jodie, this was a surprising performance for her considering her other performances. At this point, to be fair, I'd only seen her in True Blood and in Queen and Slim, and this she was at her peak performance here, and that baby wait, yeah, it did the body good, I'll say that. Now there was a moment when her character was in the parking garage, the circular garage, and she's running in circles, and the sound of the footsteps didn't match her running. So I don't know what happened with the editing there, but again, I did hear that there was some discourse with the filmmakers and the budgeting. But I did wonder, why are you running around and around in circles? Why wouldn't you climb up the column to go get this girl? Like, this is practically life and death. Why are you running in circles? Whatever. In fact, I did have quite a few moments where I had questions, like basically, is the permanence slash impermanence code just basically 3D printing? Because that's what it sounded like. Like everything we create in the grid disintegrates in the real world, but we found a way to make sure that it actually continues to exist in the real world. It's a permanence code that's not permanent. And I'm just like, it's a 3D printer? Now, to be fair, the Tron series had never really had much of a complicated plot to begin with, so I didn't really hold that against it. What I did have a problem with was Jared Leto's performance. He wasn't human enough to be human, and he wasn't robotic enough to be a robot. And I didn't like the inconsistency in the way his character was written. So, for the first half of the film, he's basically no nonsense, cutthroat, I'm here to do a job. You see right away that his character is like, I don't like the way you're talking about me like I'm just expendable. That's not going to work for me. But then immediately, the second half of the film, he's like funny. I wouldn't say hilarious, but he's funny all of a sudden. It's like, where did this sense of humor come from? It just felt like a ripoff of Olivia Wilde's portrayal of her character in Tron Legacy. It's like we literally already got this, and I really kind of felt like it was a waste of my time and money. I'm seeing basically the same film, not a progression per se. There was a lot of stuff that just made me wonder, where did the money go in this budget? Literally all it was lights and tiny little cubes falling apart. And maybe I don't understand, science enough, but I feel like somebody might be inflating these special effects budgets. I mean, the lights were nice, but then so were the lights and the technology from the 80s and from Tron Legacy. I just don't understand how the budget could be that large, even considering the actors that are in it. I mean, I think the highest paid actor would have been Jared Leto, but he's also the producer, so I would think that his salary isn't out of control. I'm just not seeing where this inflated budget is going. Now, I'm not going to keep going on and on about all the things that went wrong with this film. I would have liked to see it actually pick up where Tron Legacy left off, and I would actually have liked to see one more film to kind of bring it to a close. But since they didn't progress the plot at all with this film, it's like, yeah, I kind of see why Disney cut you off. But then, if the rumors are true that Disney is the reason why you guys weren't able to do what you wanted to do, I guess that kind of sucks. The most I could give this film was 1 star, and that was for the performances of Evan Peters, Gillian Anderson, and Jodie Turner Smith. Let me know what you guys thought. Thanks for watching. Be kind in the comments. If you want to see me act a fool, feel free to follow my Patreon. Otherwise, Raintree out.